IVC, Dale Gatefold 33 here to do a short and sort of themed recent finds video. The finds here are all somewhat or directly inspired by other VC members and what they've shown sometimes recently, and some of them actually go back to last year. Yeah, so I've got we've got five records and a couple of CDs to talk through. So yeah, so let's get on with it. So first up, so Alan Static Traveller recently did a thread or did a video that started a thread about TV related records and other things, and I think he showed, this is my memory's slipping, but I think either he showed or someone in the thread showed this, Shut It, the music of the Sweeney, which piqued my interest, and so I love the outro from the Sweeney by Harry South. I think that's a beautiful piece of music. So I sought this out. It was a used eBay find, didn't cost much, and so added that to the collection. It's good. So similarly, Shannon Talks Music. So Shannon at Shannon Talks Music was talking about Fleetwood Mac Tusk, and from that I didn't realise. So I have Tusk on vinyl and I have Tusk on CD. But I didn't realise that the CD version I had an edited version of Sarah, which is a fantastic song. So in correcting that in my digital collection, I sought out the three disc version that has, if you like, the remastered full album with the unedited version of Sarah. A disc of outtakes and demos, and then an alternate Tusk, which was, I guess, early versions or other alternative takes of each of the tracks in the order of the original album, which was the bit that kind of got me to buy this, to be honest. Is I have a vinyl excuse me, I have a vinyl copy of the 1975 album, so the alternate, it came out on Record Store Day a few years ago, the alternate version of the 1975 self-titled Fleetwood Mac album, with all alternate takes, and that's really good because that album is one of my favourite, if not my favourite, of that era, or that lineup of Fleetwood Mac. So yeah, good to pick this up, and I listened to the full alternate version last night and really enjoyed it. So that's the CDs. Now onto the vinyl. So first up is, so this was perhaps a VC nudge rather than a VC inspiration. So Michael at Noted and Archive talked about this album by Niels Frahm as being one of the most played albums of last year, and it's been on my want list and in my kind of Amazon want list for ever since it came out, or in fact ever since it was shown as a pre-order, but I've never kind of pulled the trigger on it, not sure, and he described it, so go and seek out his description, because he's a musician and can do it much more articulately than me. But it sounded like what I kind of like, this minimalist, sparse, piano based neoclassical. I've got already got Niels Frahm stuff in my collection, so yeah, it's the sort of stuff. So certainly over this last year, I've been perhaps looking more introspectively than outwardly, and this sounded just it, and it is beautiful pressing. I played this is one, I didn't even clean this. It came in a polyline sleeve. I took it out the polyline sleeve. I kind of gave it a quick kind of once over with a carbon brush to get any static off, but other than that, didn't clean it on my record cleaner, and it played without a pop or a tick. Sounded beautiful, and it's so sparse and delicate that you need that, because otherwise any kind of pressing floor would have spoilt it. So brilliant. Next up is Pete at Sounds from the West Coast. Is it from of sounds from the West Coast. He's recently changed his channel name, so I'm not quite up to speed on it. So yeah, Pete showed this on a recent finds, which is 25 Views of Worthing, which is a kind of a pulled together album of a band that kind of did some material. So it shows, I mean, the record basically is chapter 1, chapter 2, and sort of chapter 3 odds and sods. So basically it kind of it pulls together like all of their recorded material and basically gets an album out of it. It's prog, but it's the sort of prog that I like. It's not too proggy, and it's that early 70s sound before, yeah, you know, so really enjoyed this. Sort of Pete described it. I went on to YouTube. There's like a promotional video, a few minutes of that gives some sort of excerpts of the different sound. And I thought, yeah, that sounds like what I like. So picked it up and yeah, enjoyed that. I've only listened to it once, so I need to absorb it a bit more. And then the last three, all inspired by the same person. So this is John 6-inch pianist, and over maybe the last year, maybe even 2 years. So I'll deal with the first. So inspiration, I'm sure it was John that showed this. So this is Aswad and Hewlett. And you know, if you said to me Aswad, I think, oh yeah, kind of 80s cheesy reggae type pastiche would be my initial, and not really my thing. But this is slightly earlier and is a really laid back you know, reggae dub. I don't know the genre, so I'm not even going to try, but reggae album that is right up that's my type of reggae. So John described it, I listened to it on Spotify, and then I've been kind of waiting for a decent copy at a decent price to crop up on eBay, and finally got a copy towards the end of last year. Really enjoyed that. And then John also did some feature a while ago, perhaps the end of last year again, on Barry White, which is an artist. I'm not a fan of Barry White's voice, but you know, I think the sounds of his production sound and stuff like that is good. So I picked up 2 albums if you like, that John was recommending to get into it. So the first is the Love Unlimited Orchestra White Gold. So that's the, if you like, the orchestral and the musical you know, musicians that back a lot of the Barry White sound. And then Love Unlimited in Heat, similar orchestra or musicians with 3 female vocals doing the lead vocals, so all the vocals are by Love Unlimited rather than Barry White. This has got some Barry White intro and outro and a little bit in between, but it's minor, and the music takes over. So this one I struggle with. So this one, if you like, is the least impressive to me on first listen. On second and third listen, it's building up. So I enjoyed this. I can kind of cope with the Barry White bit on it, and the music is yeah, it's really good. But this one I liked straight off the bat, and this was a really great album. So yep, so that's good. So that's it, short and sharp, or shortish and sharpish. So yeah, the reason why I watch all these VC videos is for that inspiration. Yeah, thanks to all concerned. I'll be coming back with another finds video, but I just thought I'd group these ones together. So cheers VC, bye.